I want to mention one of the most damaging symptoms that I run across whenever somebody's been through severe forms of emotional neglect paired with emotional abuse or physical abuse, right? And what this is this pervasive feeling of being empty, of feeling numb, of truly not having any joy whenever you're on your own, right? Whenever you're by yourself. And a lot of the times they explain that this even goes on when they're out in public, right, around others, that they feel very either defensive or guarded, or they just feel like they're living life on autopilot. Like they're never really able to truly be themselves, right? And one of the major goals that I get from a lot of these people is that they want to connect to their authentic selves, right? And that could have a bunch of different definitions for everybody, and what that looks like is going to be different for you. But more often than not, I just simply find that they want to be able to have the words to say, be confident in what they're saying, be confident in what they want to do in their lives and how they want to interact with others, right? And they want to be able to do that without the overthinking mind, the second guessing, the negative voice that's going on in their head whenever they are out in public, right? So what I found is that by digging into maybe any normal behaviors their parents had towards them, or any normal reactions they had around others, right, in a younger age, they can start to see how those things started to grow and change and transform into more serious behaviors later on in life. Maybe in the beginning it was just simply being told to toughen up, right? That you're fine, nothing's wrong with you, everything's okay. Are you calling me a bad parent? There's all these different phrases and things that they were told repeatedly, right? That instills this unconscious way of just numbing themselves, right? Their body, their nervous system does this on its own. It just numbs anything that is negative, anything that they may be feeling or thinking, in order to not see that side of the parent, right? So that they can keep at least some sort of connection with them. And this numbness can be very dangerous if you don't identify it as something that's not a healthy way of living your life, right? It's not how you need to live the rest of your life. And I've talked to people who are even in their later 30s and 40s that are still feeling this way, right? This numbness, this emptiness. And of course, some people get trapped in addiction. Some people get trapped in different bad habits, right? Procrastination. They get trapped with depression as well. And whenever they make the choice to break free from it, it's very easy to see that switch happen on their faces, right? Their smile becomes more genuine. Their laughter becomes easier to get in touch with. They start to see little moments during the day where their mind would take over, right? And create all this negativity and connect to that numbness. And now they see it before it even starts to happen, and they identify those thoughts, and they don't associate their identity with it anymore, right? They're just simply thoughts now, and they can start to come up with their own solutions to break free from that negative voice, negative mindset, overthinking mind, right? So that's what it's going to take for you if you've been stuck in this numbness, right? It's going to be a journey, of course. Everything takes time, but digging in deeper and trying to just identify what are the same thoughts that you've been thinking whenever you are in this numb, empty place, right? And whether it's talking negatively about yourself, whether it's hating where you are in life, whether it's these negative emotions that are connected to it usually, whatever it is, right, you're going to have to be able to identify them and find a way to break that cycle before they start to happen. And of course, it's very difficult to do on your own. You need to build awareness, introspection. And if there is a depression you've been dealing with that's paired with that, you're going to have to try and find other ways to battle that as well, right? There could be physical symptoms, physical things you can do to break free from that, whether it's diet, exercise, getting sunlight, better sleep, right? There's a whole bunch of different things that can be paired with this. But over time, as you continue and you identify this as something you need to overcome, that you need to battle in your life, you'll see that it starts to change certain areas in your life that you didn't even know were connected to it, right? Maybe that pain in your neck that you've had for a long time finally goes away, right? Maybe you don't feel that knot in your throat anymore when you're around others. There's little things like that that are going to be connected to it that are going to dissipate over time. So hopefully this inspires you to see that life doesn't have to be that way, right? That numbness, that emptiness doesn't have to be normal for you. And I've talked to a lot of people who have been able to break free from it, and I've helped a lot of people break free from it as well. So if you've dealt with this for a long time, feel free to reach out, and I'll be happy to hear your story.